The history and purpose of IDEA actually goes back to 1975 with President Gerald Ford when he signed the EHA, or the Education for All Handicapped Children Act. And this was the first time that anyone had recognized the educational rights of children with disabilities. And although that it started as the EHA, it's now been developed into the IDEA, the Individuals with Disability Act, and that change happened in 1990. And really, both of these acts were founded and still are in the idea of FAPE, free appropriate education, and making an environment that is as least restrictive as possible, that LRE, to best support children with disabilities. And so it's been about 40 years since that original act was put in place, and there's been a lot of kind of expectations and demands put on children, and kind of increased demands and for academic success, as well as there's been this huge push for having a more inclusive classroom, which I'll kind of break down more later. And today, it's actually been reported that about 62% of students with disabilities spend time in the general education classroom 80% of their day at school. And then along with that, there's over 300,000 toddlers and infants that have access to these programs and these support services before they start the educational system. And so really the purpose of IDEA is to ensure, assist, and assess what students need, and then really just kind of including the community and all the people that should be involved in making some of these decisions. So of course the student that's involved, the parents, other educators, the districts, and even state and federal agencies when necessary.